So we're gonna have to get Brad to jump. Um, it's not very hard, and there's two ways of putting this animation together. First of all, you have the jump, and then you have the poses of Brad jumping. That's two separate things. First thing I'm gonna do is, since Brad is gonna jump off the floor, put in the floor. Um, and he's gonna jump from the bottom of his feet, obviously. I'm gonna put in a null node and I'm just gonna call it jump. And I'm gonna put Brad into that object. So jump is now the mother object. Now you could do it the other way around. I'm just gonna put in the poses for the jump first, because if there's already a jump progressing, I can't really get to the points easily. So I'm just going to go for the FFD object and start off with this as a starting point. I know I got it on 0 as well, but it's a good starting point. He's just at rest. Now we're going to see with auto keyframing, make it a little bit easier on ourselves. Going to the side view, push on H, just limit that a little bit, and he's going to bend through his knees before he starts jumping off. So first of all, I'm going to put the time slider to 7 or something like that. It doesn't really matter. I can switch that around or move him around, and I'm just going to take all these 8 points and just pull them out, and these are going to be the knees bending. So I'm just going to rotate him a little bit and hit the space bar to get the selection tool again. Take this down, take this like that, and just, you see I'm not using the selection tools. It doesn't really matter in this case. And just rotate that around. Be careful not to cross these points so that it becomes less than a triangle. Just gonna take these points, put them down a little bit, and it's gonna bend his back a little. So just put this down there, and these are gonna go in. So he's bending his knees. These are gonna go in a bit, and it looks like this. He's bending his knees, ready to jump. This, and then he has to basically pop up. So we're going to go to keyframe 12, and actually I could use the cube as a base. It's easier. And what happens when he jumps, his feet will come up. Let's go to the side view again. Take these, and his feet will go up. So this part will be bulging. Oh, maybe I could just make this, and I just take the regular selection tool, keep that one on in this case, just take the top 4 points and just bulge this out, make it a little bit more extreme. Then I'm going to take the whole top and pull it up, because he basically stretches. And let's see, take the middle section here and just squeeze that a little bit with the scale tool. Put it down so that it looks like he's putting an effort into jumping. I can even put up one of the feet, right, like this, and rotate it around a little bit. Maybe move it around a little bit like this, which will look a little bit more natural, that his feet don't lift at the same speed. So now I got this. jumping off and landing. First of all, it should be, this is basically halfway in the jump, so he's up in the air. I'm just going to use this frame, these points right now. Let's see, let's put his leg and just rotate it, put it a little bit forward, take the other foot, rotate it the other way around, like this, maybe up a little bit, and take, let's see, oh, it's going to be bundled up now. See, this is kind of messy, and it's hard to actually get the points that you want. Just taking these and just scaling them back to where they're supposed to be, roughly about there, and put the top and put that back in like that. Great. Now it's auto keyframing, so I don't have to keyframe it constantly. He's jumping up, and now he needs to land. Now, easiest thing to do would be copying over the first keyframe, and he's landing, so let's just select the top, stretch it a little bit, rotate a little bit like this, and he's just landing. And in the next frame, 23 or something, we should squish it and get his knees sort of bending out like this, and really put it down. Maybe this one should go here. Put his back into it a little bit. So it's just landing. It's more or less the same as taking off, because you have to bend your knees when you fall down, drop to the floor. So it's now jumping and landing. Landing takes a long time. This should be roughly here. And then it basically goes back to being a cube. So we got takeoff, landing, etc. Now we got jump, and jump is sitting more or less in the middle, in the center, but at the bottom of Brad. So we're going to maybe put this pivot point right by the toes. That's better. And let's see now. We're going to switch off auto keyframing, take the jump, go to its coordinates, and just let's see, it has to jump over the Z axis, and it has to go up over the Y, so I'm just going to give these two a keyframe. Now, where should it go? On frame 18, it should land, so it should move up, for instance, here, over here, maybe a little bit further, like this, and I'm going to give that a keyframe. And yeah, it should have a keyframe for the Y too. And more or less halfway, let's see where it takes off. Here he goes. This shouldn't be it. Where is he taking off? This is where he takes off. So this frame should actually move up here. so now he takes off and lands. All right, somewhere in the middle. He should be high up. And that should go back to jump. Should be keyframed. And already you can see where the animation path is going. Well, this looks okay. He doesn't really it's not a good takeoff. But that has to do with the interpolation. And we're just going to see to that. Shift F3. And we got the jump here, and we got the position here. And let's see what the F curves do. First, we're going to go to the Y. Now, interpret the whole takeoff and landing bit. He should take off with an ease in, or an ease out in this case, sorry. And then he takes off and he goes to the top of the curve, and then he plummets, and that's gravity taking over. So he should actually do this. He's speeding up towards the ground. Now with the Z, it's a different story, because that's basically an ease in and an ease out. That's more or less correct. He doesn't really speed up that much or slow down that much. Let's see. That looks okay. Now, in the second part, I'll show you how to cycle this jump so that he jumps forward and jumps forward.